knowledge always becomes handy when we are in a critical position or in a critical situation. After knowledge, or you can say because of knowledge, object, people become helpful in that given situation. Now question may arise, how can I make that knowledge to be with me, that too all the time? That also we discussed. It depends upon you, because whatever you prioritize, wherever you give importance, that object or person becomes closer to you. So if knowledge becomes your priority, if knowledge becomes your target, definitely knowledge has to be with you all the time. But unfortunately, our target is not knowledge. Always our target is result of knowledge, byproduct of knowledge. And when we are concerned, we are too much interested in byproduct, or you can say outcome. We don't see the process, nor we are interested to see the process. Then what happens? We all dream to achieve, to get the product of knowledge called happiness, called freedom, called enlightenment. That's why yesterday we said it very carefully. Everybody wants to become happy. Means interested in the product of knowledge. But nobody wants to be happy. Can you see what a tragedy? We all want to become happy. Tell me a single person who does not want to become happy, unless there is some psychological issue. Okay, I remember recently one of the yoga teacher was sharing with me. I was shocked. In India, taking classes in Chennai, this child is studying in third class. Okay, third standard. Third standard means will be, let us say, 7+. The person asked, tell me, who wants to be happy? Raise your hand. Everybody raised, except one fellow. Then he asked, what happened? No, I want to be sad. Remember, 7+1. I want to be sad. So this is our teacher very nicely, okay, didn't talk much. After the class, called him outside. What happened? Why you want to be sad? What? I don't want to share my personal issues with you. 7-year-old child says, I want to be sad. Why? Because I don't want to share with you my personal issues. Imagine where we are heading now. Let us come back to our topic. So everybody wants to be happy. Nobody wants to be sad in our day-to-day life, unless the person has got some psychological issue. So, if I want to be a happy person, if that is my goal, if that is my target, why I am not happy? What makes me not to become happy? What creates obstacles? What are the reasons behind it? Keeping that, we have this text called Yati Panchakam. 5 verses on a Yati. Kiye bahare kiye acha? Asipara. Open it. As with us. Close it. Basant bote. No, say it. No, please. Tapra basant. Tapra basant. Basant opera. Good. So we have 5 verses on a Yati. Yati means, very nice point we need to see. Yati means general word is called a saint, a mendicant. You can say a Swami. This is called general meaning. But we'll be seeing this particular 5 verses also called Yati Panchakam. We'll be seeing, because in every verse it will end with Kaupinavantaha Khalu Bhagyavantaha. We'll be seeing the verse. It is also called as a Yati Panchakam. 5 verses on Kaupina. Do you know what is a Kaupina? Interesting thing to know. Kaupina is very simple thing. What in English called lion cloth. So, what does it mean? Generally a Swami, a Yati, you can use the word Yati, we'll see in details, to cover one's own private area, just takes 2 pieces of cloth, ordinary cloth lying down somewhere, just not like this, okay? These are the sophisticated. So we are sophisticated people, I'm sorry. Just 2 pieces of cloth somewhere falling down. One we tie down here, other one we just cover it. That's any ordinary cloth. In fact, technically I'm telling you openly, just I'm telling you, this is the truth now. I have also changed myself. Especially we follow certain tradition, especially when I go to temple, you might have seen, I don't use any stitched dress, not allowed. If we go to any traditional temple, stitched dress is not allowed. Especially a Swami, I'll put only 2 pairs of cloth and with Kaupinam I'll be going. But when I travel, I don't have any choice. Put all these stitched cloth. Okay, coming back. So the one who is having just a piece of loin cloth, and that person is called Kaupinavantaha. Remember, the one who is having wealth we call Dhana Yasya Astiti Dhanavan. One who has got dhanam, the wealth, is called a wealthy person, a rich person. But that does not mean that person will be relishing, that person will be able to enjoy or use that wealth. Look at yourself. Whatever you have, do you use? Very rarely. We have many things. Do we use? So you may have wealth, but do you use? So here it says Kaupinavanta, the one who uses, the one who enjoys, the one who is embodiment of what? A piece of cloth. Just Kaupina, puts Kaupina and walks. that person is indeed fortunate. That person is indeed blessed. That person is indeed a happy person. And who is that person? We call as this called Yati, a Yatna Silavan person. The one who is always alert. The one who is always aware of each and every moment. The one who keeps putting effort. Remember, the key of happiness is not in laziness, is not in letharginess either. Laziness is called tamasic aspect of a person. Because if laziness gives happiness, say everybody whoever sleeps will be happy forever. Yes, maybe that is some alternative. It's like, when you are tired of everything, what to do? Drink some alcohol and sleep. To forget the world, forget everybody. But is that solution? But you can be happy being alert. In fact, I'll say that time you are unhappy when you are not aware of the situation. And in result, you take people for granted. You take situation for granted. You take anything and everything for granted. Then what happens to you? To solve that issue, to solve that situation, you waste all your energy. What we discussed yesterday also. What you started, wherever you were 10 years back and now, have you really grown up? Just see yourself. 10 years back and now, do you see the growth in you? 10 years, remember, it's a big time I'm giving you. If you continue in any company, anywhere for 5 years, more than 5 years, you evaluate. In fact, every year if you don't get increment, after 6 months you think how to put the paper. It's a very simple logic. I'm giving you 10 years of your time. Have you ever evaluated? Have you seen the growth in you? If you don't see growth in you in 10 years of time, are you not wasting your life? However, let us come back here. So, this is copy now. We have to see really copy now. Okay, that means very simple. You are talking about that person who is having just Kaupinam, puts Kaupinam and walks. That person. Yes. I'll tell you. I'll give you 2 examples. Whoever puts Kaupinam need not be a fortunate enough. A fortunate one can choose to put Kaupinam. Remember this. Because somebody is putting Kaupinam, just a piece of cloth to cover, need not be fortunate. How? I'll tell you. Beautiful example I'll give you. It's a very traditional example we have. There was a Swami who was having a Kaupinam. Okay? Nothing. Complete nothing, only just. In fact, he had 2 pieces of Kaupinam. That's all. One he puts and one he takes bath, dries, and again put it. That's all. Nothing else. Staying somewhere. What happened? Rat. Rat made hole in the wrong place. The small piece of cloth, remember, and in the wrong place there is a hole. Poor Swami, what to do now? There is nothing with him. So he was really worried. How to protect my Kaupinam? And he asked, because it happens, okay? This is called many people. When you are confused, you do not know what to do, you ask somebody suggestion. Hey, before asking suggestion, you should see whether it's right person or wrong person. Are you not supposed to think of? No. Whoever is in front of us, whoever is convenient, whoever is familiar, you understand? Whoever is going to give you very, what you call, palatable advice, you ask for. Unfortunately, this is Swami or this Kaupina, the Hari person, asked this question. How to protect my Kaupina? So there was a person, he said, very simple. Because a rat is eating away, yes, keep a cat. If you keep a cat, rat will run away. It's very simple. Okay. चूहा के बाद बिराड़ी आ गया, बिल्ली आ गया. So after the rat, now cat comes. Because being a Swami, he did not want to give non-veg food to the cat. It is not right because in the ashram atmosphere, so should be a vegetarian. What to do? How to manage this cat? Cat wants something to eat. That fellow doesn't eat anything because the cat will not eat vegetable and other things. Somebody said, don't worry, do one thing, get a cow because cat can eat milk, drink milk. So get a cow. Now cow came in, and to manage a cow is not a joke. So you have to get somebody. Then that person comes few days, goes away. When goes away, it's a mess, it's not a joke. Clean the cow down, clean urine, take bath, give the bath to the cow. Appa. This is a very complicated process. Okay, what to do? Somebody suggested, Swami, don't worry. You do one thing, all the problem will be solved for one decision. Now what is that? Get married. Get a lady who will take care of your cow. So we say very nicely, Kaupina Sarangshanartham. In order to protect Kaupina, what did this person do? So because you have a Kaupinam, please understand, because you only put Kaupina, that does not mean that you are a fortunate person. I will give you another example. This is a rich example we have in our teaching tradition. Even if you don't have a Kaupina, but if you have knowledge, you are much better than a Kaupina, the Hari person, the one who is having Kaupina. The best example goes about Janaka, a great king. In fact, Janaka happens to be father of Sita, who was a king at the same time was believed to be an enlightened person, man of knowledge, whose teacher was Ashtavakra. So if you come across Ashtavakra Gita, it's very nice to go through. So this Janaka used to listen to the discourse of, says Ashtavakra. Ashtavakra every day used to wait for Janaka. If Janaka the king comes late, he will wait. Whereas so many other disciples will be there, the two Kaupinadhari, all the renunciates, okay? They don't have anything, only Kaupina. But Ashtavakra will not bother. Only will look for king. Once king comes, he starts giving discourse. Then all these Kaupina fellows, I'm sorry to say fellows, okay? Great. They started gossiping. Look, Ashtavakra such a great sage. He doesn't have respect for renunciate, but he has respect for king. That means money, respect. So he's after all, he's not respecting our renunciation, but he's respecting money and wealth. Look, we all are sitting, but he doesn't start class. He's waiting for king. Once king comes, he starts class. This rumor reached to Ashtavakra. Ashtavakra said, okay, we'll see something to be done. One day discourse is going on. One messenger came and talked to Janaka. Something whispered. Janachara. But was interested to listen to. After 20 minutes, another messenger came. Something whispered. Now all these other disciples started getting worried. What is happening? One after another messenger never happens. And he is saying, third time when it came somebody, from a distance, person was trying to say something. Then one of the person asked, what happened? Why? No, actually, there is a fire inside the palace. Now this Kaupina, those who are having Kaupinam, they are worried. Do you know why? They are the royal guest. Their house or where they have been put is just nearer to the palace. Now they have dried their Kaupinam, okay, after taking bath they have put on the sun nearer to the palace. Now if fire jumps from palace to this place which is adjacent, what will happen to their Kaupinam? Now what they did? They left the discourse. Discourse can wait, but I have to protect my Kaupinam. They left the discourse and went. And when they reached there, they discovered there was no fire, nothing. It was created by Ashtavakra, this scenery. Just look at yourself. How we become insecure with reference to a person or object. Even if you don't have anything, sometimes some people they say, I don't have nothing. That nothingness is your pride. You depend upon that nothingness. And that is more dangerous. At least I can accept somebody has got something and is proud of it. You understand what I am trying to say? If somebody has got something and is proud of it, I can appreciate. There is something tangible. There is something visible. There is something appreciable. But you don't have anything. But you are proud of it. Each and every time you announce the word, I have renounced. Who asked you to renounce? Did I ask? Did anybody ask? So if I announce my renouncement, I have not renounced anything either. So here we are talking, that person is a Kaupinavantaha. That person is indeed fortunate person who is having just a piece of loin cloth, who is enjoying that he is having a Kaupina. Not he who is deprived of anything in this life. Can you see this point? We all, look at this point. Try to derive some type of happiness comparing ourselves with others. Our happiness, common people happiness, is always based on comparison based happiness. We derive some type of happiness, some type of fulfillment with comparison. Have you ever observed this point? Especially in India we have beautiful concept, other countries doesn't have. Our here power fluctuates a lot. So when power fluctuates, what do? We don't see our house. First we see the neighbor. Whether that fellow has having power or not. If that fellow doesn't have electricity, also I don't have electricity, no problem. But that fellow has, I don't have. That's a disaster. But another case, suppose I have, but that fellow whole area doesn't have, I become happier. Get the point? The dress that we put, the job that we have, the vehicle that we use, the children that we have, because I notice especially in India, all over the world it is there, don't worry. In India I say, whenever I go to anybody's house being sing a Swami, they will say, child, can you sing Mantra, can you chant a mantra? Means to impress Swamiji, okay? To prove that you have something what others don't have. So our happiness, coming back to the point, our happiness is always depending upon comparison. By comparing, we derive some type of happiness. Now tell me, is it healthy? I am not here to say whether it is right or wrong, that's not my point. Is it healthy? We have been brainwashed from our childhood. Happiness comes when you are superior. The superiority complex in you makes you, gives you happiness. That is what we have been taught from our childhood. I started this thing with my siblings. Started from there. With my close circle. Started studying with others. When I started studying with other children, I want to be superior. And finally, in a relationship, that is the worst thing to happen nowadays. I want to prove that I am superior, better than you. And that is what common people happiness. More I make myself superior, please understand. The more I make myself superior, the more I am happy. This is common people thinking. The more I am inferior, the more I am being put down by others or situation, more I am unhappy, miserable. This is common people thinking. I am making it very clear. The more I am put down, the more I am inferior by others or situation. It can happen by others or situation can corner you. The more you become miserable, the more you become unhappy. If that is the case, you need to really spend a lot of time with yourself to understand what you are doing. Here, we are talking about that Yati, which was the tradition. I remember in Rishikesh, northern part of India, which is the hub of sadhus. Things have little become nowadays changing, but still it is there. How this coffee was very precious. Let me share one beautiful example which was happening. Generally, if you look at all these Swamijis, I divide into two categories. There are so many ways you can divide, but from this angle, okay? Based on your disciples, okay? What sort of disciples you have? Whether rich disciple, influential disciple, or no disciple, not with the knowledge, okay? So, keeping the disciples in mind, we divide sadhus into two categories. So, one type of sadhus, those who have everything, okay? All the disciples, not only in India, all over the world, they are very big. So, generally, when the sadhu passes away, leaves the body, as per the rule, as per Vedic sannyasis, especially Dasanami sannyasi, those who come under Shankaracharya tradition, the body cannot be cremated, not allowed. So, they have to do two things. We call it samadhi. There are three types of samadhi, just incidentally I can tell. Based on Patanjali Yoga Sutra, two types. One is Savikalpaka and Nirvikalpaka. So, I am not talking about that. This is for the ultimate samadhi, okay? I am trying to say. One is called Jiva Samadhi. Jiva Samadhi means when you are alive, you decide to get into the underground. There is a process, there is a technique, and you can be inside but still you will be alive. After few years, people have come out. After hundreds of years, they come out and they talk and they have lived. After 100. Yes. And this Jiva Samadhi concept is very much predominant, especially in South India, in Shaivism. There are places in Tamil Nadu, especially in Chennai, also is there. One place, there are two places they say, but one place definitely. In fact, many places are there, I can say. Just incidentally I can tell. Mylapore temple, that Ambal means the mother, is on, says Augustus Jiva Samadhi. How and why I can say, as you know, you might not be knowing, I highlight this thing. Any religion to spread has to be violent. Without violence, no religion has spread it. And India has gone through a very tough time. Especially when the Britishers were there. Not only they loot away, also religiously they did big damage. So there is a place called St. Thomas, which happens to be one of the monument called heritage. I don't know why they have made it. It's a crazy idea in India. Invader comes, like you come and we are here and we invade and we don't leave this place and we create something here. Then after that they force us to leave. Then after that they make a monument. Oh, Romanian group came, this is a monument for Romanians. How ridiculous is this? However, here, St. Thomas, that place was Kapaleshwara temple. Beautiful place it was. These people, they wanted to destroy, they wanted to make the church there. They made the church. And Kapaleshwara temple, the Shiva temple, they did not know what to do, how to go about it, where to protect, because that time they are the boss, they are everything, nothing can be done. Some of the great people, they said, best thing is, put this temple inside the premises of Jiva Samadhi. Because inside the Jiva Samadhi means the person who is alive inside, okay? That power nobody can touch. Astrally can destroy anybody and anything. Also can give you whatever you want. Power is extremely powerful. That's why Kapaleshwara temple was being removed from St. Thomas to present Mylapore, called Kapaleshwara temple. This is the concept. Okay, what I am trying to say. One is called Jiva Samadhi. Second type of Samadhi called Bhu Samadhi. After death, a Swami's body is being buried on the ground. We see many Bhu Samadhis. Another called Jala Samadhi. So the body is being put in the water, especially Ganges. So there are three types of Samadhi. For a rich Swami, when Samadhi is being given, you know, elaborate. People all over the world come. There will be nowadays live telecast will be there. Every news channel will highlight. This is the great thing. But other part I am just trying to, which I have seen also. The renunciate. But doesn't have any disciple, because having disciple or not having disciple has nothing to do with knowledge, remember. It has got something to do with our prarabdha. Means prarabdha means my previous karma, previous life's karma. Suppose if I have many disciples, I am very popular. It has nothing to do with my knowledge, please understand. I am very clear. It has got something to do with my previous janma karmas. So also, here, this Swami, when he passed away, few associates were there. They gave him Jala Samadhi, put his body in the water. After coming back, there will be a fight. Literally, there will be a fight. You know what fight? Who is going to take what? For a rich Swami, who is going to take ashram? You understand? In fact, they do fight when the Swami is there. All these rich Swami, they have to make a will, okay? Now there's a new rule started coming up. They have to make a will, where to go, what. When the person is alive. But in this case, after coming back, there will be literally a fight. Who is going to take what? Do you know what is the most precious thing they ask for? The first most precious things will be kaupina. Whatever he has used and left, who is going to take that? For that everybody will fight. Not what commanderu, not what cave he is having, not what wealth or whatever he is having. Nobody will be bothered about that. The kaupinam that he used, a piece of loin cloth that he used, is more precious than anything he had, what he had. That is called kaupinavantaha. That person is indeed fortunate, who is having just a piece of loin cloth, but who enjoys his life. How? Let us look at the verse. Do we have extra book for him? We can give him, give him, yes. Very good. Yeah. Please read after me. Vedanta vakyeshu sada ramantah. Bhikshana matrena chatushti mantah. Ashokavantah karunekavantah. Kaupinavantah khalu bhagyavantah. Vedanta vakyeshu sada ramantah. Bhikshana matrena chatushti mantah. Ashokavantah karunekavantah. Kaupinavantah khalu bhagyavantah. Kaupinavantah khalu bhagyavantah. Very good. That person is indeed fortunate, who is just having a kaupinam. Why and how? First thing he says, Vedanta vakyeshu sada ramantah. The one who is always revealing, or you can say the one who is predominantly thinking on, dwelling upon the teaching of Vedanta. Let us look at what it's all about it. Just look at your life. Morning you get up, till you go to bed. What is your predominant thought? Yeah, do you think of security or insecurity? Morning you get up with insecurity. Does it happen or not? Till you go to bed, you become tired and go to bed. Thinking of insecurity, you are tired. Not physically you are tired, remember. Mentally, you are destroyed. So, predominantly, your thinking is always upon insecurities. The more you think of insecurity, the more you will become insecure or not. Will it happen or not? It has to happen. You cannot help either. Because this is the truth, this is the reality. That's why in our life, for a common person What I have is more important than who am I. I have beautiful family. I have beautiful job. I have beautiful body. I have beautiful car. That is more important for me than who am I. That's why every moment, do I announce that or not? You can see for yourself. Wherever you give importance, that is being projected first. You can see for yourself. This is the truth, this is the reality. If my house is more important than me, what I'll do? In every talk, I'll bring my house. You know, my house is in this locality. You understand? Or my house is an independent house. Hey, look, 100 years back, everybody was having independent house. All over the world, only independent house was there. What is a big deal about it? But now in cities, to have an independent house is a luxury. You are somebody. And you call as a growth. Anyway, let me not criticize too much, okay? Let us come back to the topic. So, always we think of insecurities. We dwell upon the thought which will give comfort to us. Or you can say, always we dwell upon the object, the people that we have. But here is being highlighted. Vedanta Vakyeshu Sadaramanta. What is Vedanta here? The Veda called embodiment of knowledge, which is recorded as the oldest embodiment of knowledge by all over the world. After Veda, all other embodiment of knowledge, whatever is available present day, including Wikipedia. Okay? All are available later on. So when Veda is an embodiment of knowledge, based on the knowledge, we divide Veda into two categories. One is called Karma Kanda, a ritualistic portion of Veda, where beautifully we say very nicely, there are 4 types of desire. All desires according to Veda, because remember, Veda does not belong to any religion. Let me be very clear, make it clear. Veda does not belong to any religion. Fortunately, Hinduism, what they call as a religion, is not a religion either. People call Hindu is a religion. Hindu is not a religion at all. Why? Very simple. We have discussed about religion because these are the dogmas. I want to clear it very carefully. You must know this much. What is religion? How the religion starts? A religion, let us look at common way. A religion to start needs a founder. Without a founder, can you have a religion? See, whether it is Christianity, Islam, Buddhism, Sikhism, Jainism, anyism. Religion to flourish, religion to bud, a new religion to bud, you need a person to whom you call as a founder. For Christianity, happens to be Christ, happens to be, okay? For Islam, Muhammad. For Buddhism, Buddha. And for every religion, one person or other. Fortunately, if you look at, this is called understanding, Christianity was made after Christ, but Christ was not Christian either. After Buddha, Buddhism, Buddha was not Buddhist either. After Nanak in India, Sikhism started, he was neither a Sikh. Of course, Muhammad, after Muhammad comes Islam, he was not Muslim either. Now we'll come back to Hinduism, what they call, other people joined together, basically Max Muller group, called Hinduism. Now tell me, who is the founder of a Hinduism? Is there anybody called founder of Hinduism? There is nobody. We call Lord Krishna. Remember, Lord Krishna also was born as a Hindu. Lord Rama, he was born as a Hindu. Anybody we see as God in Hinduism, let us say, all were born as Hindus. If you say Hindu as a religion, how is it possible? A religion must have a founder. But Hinduism, there is nobody founder in Hinduism. Then how can you call this as a religion? We call as way of living. The Vedic teaching, please understand very carefully, the Vedic teaching is put in a format through which one can live life. That is called Hinduism. That's why Hinduism is not dependent upon any dogmas. And Hinduism, only Hinduism allows you to challenge Hinduism. A Hindu has got full right, maybe that is our weakness now, presently, especially in India, in the name of secularism. It's another nuisance, okay? I don't want to get into too much. Only one religion in the world allows you to challenge, if you can call as a religion, that religion. And that is called Hinduism. Not a single religion will allow you to challenge that religion. I don't want to get into joke. Recently I came across a beautiful joke. Quickly I can share with you, so that I hope you will cherish this. Somebody asked, question came, who is God? Answer came, of course, Jesus. Please don't misunderstand, it's a very nice joke. Take it as a joke in a good spirit. Good. The next question is, who is Mary? Mother of Jesus. Who created Mary? God created. Who is God? Jesus. Who is the father of Jesus? God. Where is he? In heaven. How many gods are there? One. Where is Jesus? In heaven. God is also heaven, Jesus also is heaven. So in heaven, do they have one chair or two chairs? You want to be stretched? I just said very long, okay? Way to travel. I don't want to get it too long, okay? I can go further, okay? And finally, to consider which is really long, I enjoyed going through that joke. Finally, do you know what the answer comes? Only devil can ask this question. This is called religion. Don't really, I'm not telling you jokes. You go to any religion. Whether it's Christianity, Islam, Buddhism, of course, Buddhism is more fanatic. Remember that. They are the worst. Unfortunately, in India, we call Buddha as a part of Hinduism. We call as embodiment, incarnation of Vishnu. That is another aspect. I have got my own agenda to talk. However, please understand, a religion must allow us to grow out of religion. Religious practices is very good. All religion, I don't have any problem with religious practices. Whatever in Ethiopia, Somalia, or in Alaska, or you can say very carefully, whether from south, starting from Auckland to North Pole, whatever practices are available, all are great. But remember, all the religious practices must help us to grow out of religion, not to get stuck, not to depend upon religion. This is the mistake. So, fortunately, coming back to our topic, the Veda, which is being translated into practices called Hinduism, is not a religion. So, keeping that in mind, we have 4 types of desire. From there I went away. We call as, whenever we do sankalpa every day, any moment, whether while taking bath, remember this is a very beautiful point, you can see. In Hinduism, you have to understand this thing, everything is ritual. Taking bath is a ritual. While eating food is a ritual. While walking is a ritual. Everything is a ritual. Technically I am trying to say, which is gone away almost. While taking bath, we cannot take bath just like that. There is a sankalpa. There is a process. Why I am taking bath? I have to say that. It's not to clean my body. That is not the purpose of bath. We say in Sanskrit snanam. When we do snanam, you have to do sankalpa. So during sankalpa we say these 4 desires. One is called dharma, artha, kama, and finally moksha. Dharma means to be done. Generally dharma means they say religion, religious practices. No, it's a wrong translation. Dharma means to hold as dharma, but if you want to explain, what is to be done at this given moment. Okay, what is to be done at this given moment is called dharma, means karma. So in keeping that, that is the base of our life. What is to be done at this moment, keeping that in my mind, keeping dharma in my mind, I need to earn artha, wealth. Get the point? Not that I can compromise with my values to earn money. Not allowed. If you do that, you will regret in your life. So keeping dharma, artha should come. Keeping dharma, kama, pleasure should come. So these 3 are common desire for anybody and everybody. That is highlighted in karma kanda, ritualistic portion of Veda. And highlights the best pleasure of, remember, the best kama, the best pleasure is going to heaven. For Hinduism, if you want to say Hinduism as religion, going to heaven is not liberation. Going to paradise is not going to give solution either. This comes under kama, pleasure. You go to heaven to enjoy. And unfortunately, it's written by men, only ladies are available, not men, okay? If you are a man, you can enjoy. If you are a lady go to heaven, there will be no man for you. That's another problem in every religion, okay? I don't know how these people are crazy. Like angels are there, okay? Very good. For men, angels are there. What about women? When a woman goes to heaven, what will happen to them? There should be some men or not. And what you deny here, you will get everything in heaven. You struggle to get food, you will have permanent dinner. How painful is it? Suppose if I ask you to eat continuously, will you run away from here or not? Come on. You will run away. I remember one story I can share with you. Those days, now things have gone down. We have got a train called Rajdhani. It's a very nice train. From state capital to central capital it goes. So that is the Rajdhani train. So those days when Rajdhani you travel, you are somebody. And if you travel in Rajdhani, which take like those days 24 hours, after traveling 24 hours in that train, I am sure one day you will fast. Those days, you literally will fast, because the food, every 20 minutes, half an hour, 1 hour, something or other will keep coming, okay? The worst thing happens, morning they wake you up, bed tea. They wake you up, okay? Bed tea, bed coffee. You get really tired of it. Because I remember, I have remembered many times, after one day travel in Rajdhani, next day I have to fast. There is no choice. Now imagine, if you permanently you have dinner. However, going to heaven is a pleasure. That is also discussed in Karma Kanda. How to go to heaven? What are the rituals to be done? Not only that, you can go to heaven and become the king of heaven called Indra. It's not ordinary citizen, remember. You can be the king of heaven, you can govern the heaven. Further rituals are available in the Vedas. So all these three things, like creating end and to achieve, is called Karma Kanda. Second one is called Jnana Kanda, which talks about how to be a happy person. How to know yourself. Going to heaven is not going to be happy, going to make you happy. Going to heaven is an achievement. Something to show to others, something to prove to others. But it is not going to make you happy either. That's why in our religion, Indra, the king of the heaven, is the most miserable person. I'm not telling you jokes. We say if anybody does penance, little longer penance, the first fellow who will be disturbed, Indra. Maybe my post will go away. Why this fellow is doing a lot of penance? Then what he will do? He will send all the beautiful ladies to disturb this fellow's penance. So what I am trying to say is, Dharma, Artha, Kama, these three desires, being highly discussed in Karma Kanda. So those who want these three desires to be fulfilled, they look at Karma Kanda. Whereas there is another one called moksha, liberation, freedom, happiness. Those who look for that desire, which is the base, they look for Jnana Kanda, which is called Vedanta. Because all the Jnana Kanda portion comes, the Upanishad part comes in each portion of Veda, towards last. So Anta, Veda, Anta. So, which is called as also essence of Veda. So, here is being taught Vedanta Vakyeshu Sadaramantah. The one who is always dwelling upon the teaching of the essence of Veda regarding myself, regarding happiness. Not how to become happy, but how to be happy. All the time, the person who is dwelling upon teaching of Vedanta, not dwelling upon insecurities. And more I dwell upon this teaching, the more teaching will be handy to me. It's very simple. If I am dwelling upon the teaching, you can see for yourself. One day you can see for yourself. Just one day, I request all of you. Dwell upon teaching. Come across any complicated situation, you will see, you will handle that situation in a very delicate and better way. Have you ever observed this? Just dwell upon few hours, you can see. Dwell upon few hours, somebody unexpectedly will come and shout at you. How will you respond? I am seeing also, now you can see for yourself. I am proud of it. Because your mental frame is for teaching now. The moment you came here, you saw a lot of mess. How sportingly you took it up, cleaned whole place. If it is any other case, will you do? I am sure not. Why did you do? Because in your mind, look, we have camp, we have classes. That is subconsciously running. Yesterday was running. If we don't make that thing, how can we enjoy the place? How can we enjoy the teaching? So, if the teaching is predominant in my life, definitely that teaching will be handy in my life. Okay, fine. If this is the case, how the person lives life? He says beautifully, Bhikshana matrena chothishtimantah, means if literal translation is what? The person lives with bhiksha, whoever whatever gives as a food, not that is not, this is just a beginning. The one who lives whatever comes on the way. We'll see. Whatever you see, whatever you hear, whatever you touch or feel, you experience, you take it as a bhiksha, prasada. And what is all about it, we'll discuss after the break. Please close your eyes. Purnamidam Purnat Purnam Udachyate Purnasya Purnam Adaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you all of you.